All right, people. Yeah, namaskar, vanakkam, sat shri akal. How's everyone? All right, Utkarsh, namaste, Keshav, vanakkam, babu. All right, so today's session is particularly talking about Swayam. Good morning. So let's quickly talk about the PNC, permutation and combination, the topic which is like highly important for the advanced perspective. Hi, Davik. Hi, Jack Sparrow. Our most dangerous chapter, but believe me, at the end of this session, you'll realize that it is actually not that difficult. All right, okay. Hello, hi, Alok. Hello, Medha. Hello, Roshan. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so it's actually not the most dangerous chapter. At the end of the session, you realize that okay, it's not that difficult. It's just that there is a hype created about it, right? In fact, the questions of probability and PNC are highly predictable, right? If you leave like one or two questions, they are mostly highly predictable only. Hello, Priyanka. Good morning. IIT ऋषि शुभ प्रभात आलोक दुबे सो क्या आप सबका सबकी दुखती है हाँ आलोक हो सकती है बट आपको ये भी हमेशा ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि एडवांस में बहुत सारे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं विच आर प्रिटी इजीली डूएबल ठीक है द मोमेंट इफ यू हैव प्रैक्टिस्ड इनफ अबाउट द बेसिक्स ऑफ दिस चैप्टर दिस इज रियली गोइंग टू वर्क हैप्पी रक्षाबंधन टू एवरीवन राखी यस इट इज हेलो अनुराग हेलो कशिश हेलो ऋषभ हेलो संयुक्ता is it like Shakti Maya? All right, okay. Meri Rakhi, my Rakhis are here. If you really want to see that, see? 1, 2, 3. All right, okay. Good morning, Anurag. Alok, happy Raksha Bandhan. Yes. Sumit, I'm reading. Okay, you're studying in class 10 and preparing for NEET. Good for you, good for you. So you can actually prepare for the basics of mathematics if you wish to. Siddharth, good morning. Shakti Maya, yes. All right. Okay, so is everyone geared up? All set? Shall we quickly start? Hello, Mr. Bihari Kumar ji. Happy Raksha Bandhan. Just finished breakfast. I'm ready. Good. Good for you. What did you had in your breakfast? All right. I'm sure your people are eating quite healthy enough, right? So that this keeps you pretty smooth and interactive. Okay. Hello, Priyanka. शुरू किया जाए? Shall we start? Perfect. Everyone? All right. Okay. Very nice. That's a good breakfast. All right. Pretty popular in the MP side and Maharashtra side as well as some of the parts of Rajasthan as well. In fact, in Kota, if you study, you'll find that the most of the students will be eating poha only in the morning. All right, let's start. Hello, Roshan Charasia ji, Siddharth, Hari, all YTI 1 million. Okay, happy Raksha Bandhan. Okay, you live in Delhi. Good, good for you. All right. My pen is working. Okay, am I audible to everyone? Right? Pretty loud and clear. Let's quickly start and begin the session. Okay, so you know the drill about all this, right? At the end of the session, I'll give you some particular tips about mastering this particular topic. Okay, right? Some pro type of tricks or some really smooth hacks by which you can be very easily doing it. Good morning, Asa. Good morning. Pretty good morning. All right, Sumit Mandal. Okay. All right. So you know the drill, right? So this is like like, subscribe. So it's better that you make sure that you're putting that bell icon so that the notifications are getting popped up for you and you're actually able to understand it. Okay. All right. So let's go quickly. Okay. I hope this is all you people are aware of. Ante exam, the kids who are here, right, and they want to know about Byju's and all. Is there a lag or something that people are feeling? Just quickly let me know. All right. Okay. So shall I wait for a moment or so? Hello AJ. I'm good, buddy. I'm good. So I hope everyone is having their Rakhi tied up. Okay. All right. All right. Session ही खत्म ऐसे क्या बोल रहा है भाई You don't have to hate this chapter. So everyone please quickly refresh your video. Quickly refresh quickly. Okay. Just reconnect it again in case if it's not working. Please quickly reconnect it. Please quickly read it. I am weak in PNC and should I skip it? No, not at all, AJ. I'll tell you. Once you'll be doing this question, you'll be realizing that. So you definitely are not supposed to leave it. Okay, one second के लिए black screen थी बस. Okay, is that so? But if you want to, I'll suggest you to refresh it quickly. Okay, so I'll wait just for another minute, last 1 minute. Okay, and then I'll start. Don't worry. Okay, ISK, PNC and complex here. After that's your choice, it's a complete choice, but I will suggest you that we stay in the today's session. You'll realize that the concept and some of the questions are really simple because I do understand that you might have left it because of the level that you have prepared for the advanced. Okay, but that's okay. Even you, if you know the basics for the mains itself, you will be able to crack many of the questions. Yes, you heard it right. Many of the questions of advanced. You'll quickly understand it. Okay, all right. So everyone refresh the screen. All live, no lags. Just people please confirm me quickly. फटाफट confirm करो. Guys, quickly confirm. There is no lag here, right? People are able to see my screen. ये अंते का aeroplane जो basically aircraft जो है वो spacecraft उड़ रहा है हवा में properly. No lag, no lag, no lag. Thank you so much, folks. चंगा जी, ओहो, very good. So let's start. चलिए शुरू करते हैं. ठीक है? This is an app for the people who are new to Byju's app or Aakash Byju's app. You can download the app and you can explore a lot of options from there. How many questions on average from PNC in both papers? I'll not say that there is an average behind it. Generally, the question which are from probability, they many a times include the concept of PNC automatically. So it's not that the chapter, if you don't get direct questions from PNC, but for sure you'll be getting the question from probability, and that will involve somewhere, somehow, the application of PNC only. Okay, all right, energy full activated, Tushar, pretty good for you. All right, okay. शुरू करते हैं. हाँ हाँ ब्रेकफास्ट किया मैंने यार. बिना ब्रेकफास्ट बिना खाए पिए मेरी गाड़ी नहीं चलती है. आगे ना भूखे पेट नहीं पढ़ा सकता मैं. वैसे होता ही नहीं है. चलो. हाय केशवा हरीश. हाय सर. I learned. So वनकम केशवा. I particularly learned a phrase from my colleague, right? So எப்படி இருக்கீங்க Keshwa? Are you able to hear that? Are you able to hear that? Okay. I hope if you are from Tamil Nadu, you will understand. So I just picked it up from one of my colleagues only. Guys, please focus on the session now. Let's start it. What do we have it over here? We'll quickly run it. Nana said, all right. It's not Kannada, beta. It's Tamil actually. So I picked it up from one of my friends only who's sitting here. He just started with this phrase. So it means that how are you? And he's just telling me that I'm good. This much of Tamil I've I picked it up. All right. Let's quickly start with the session today. First question. All right. Let capital S 1, 2, 3, so on till 9, first 9 natural numbers. For k equal to 1 to 5, everyone keep a pen and paper ready, start solving it and see where you are not able to solve it. Right? And that should be the input that you have to take it from the session itself. And I'm repeating that again at the end of the session. I will be talking about pretty good important pro type of tips to master this certain topic. All right, some certain things that I'll tell you which are going to make your life very smooth. All right, okay, let's go. All right, folks are quickly answering it up as well. Very nice. So let NK be it's the JEE Advanced 27 question. Looks like people are practicing the previous year's papers. So NK be the number of subsets of S, each containing 5 elements. Okay, out of which exactly k of them are odd. So if I'm talking about N1, one element is odd. N2, 2 elements is odd. N3, 3 elements are odd, right? Then they're asking for the value of N1 plus N2 plus N3, so on till N5. So N5 means all the 5 elements are odd. Okay, and they are actually talking about containing 5 elements. Shall we start the calculation? Let's go. Now, when I quickly talk about the N1, so N1 means that I have exactly one element out, right? So one element is basically odd. So what do I have to do? N1 will become 5, C1 will be the number of ways to select one odd. Now, you are left with only 4, so we have actually 5 odd numbers and we have 4 even numbers in total, right? The first 9 natural numbers if I talk about. So I have to choose all the 4 even numbers because the set is to be comprising of the 5 elements. Is that okay? Alright, let's talk about N2. N2 means we'll have 2 elements odd. Now you have to first of all choose any 2 elements odd. That will be doing from 5C2. Okay, alright. Now whatever the rest of the 4 even are left, so you're supposed to pick up any 3 out of them. Okay, alright. Let's go for the N3. Okay, so for N3 will become, we have like 3 element odd. So you have to pick up any 3 element by 5C3. Now you have to supposed to pick up any 2 even. Similarly for N4 we have like 4 elements odd. Alright, so you have to pick up like 5C4 and from the 4 you have to pick up any one of them, right? N5, all the 5 elements are odd. See, we have all 5 only, 5 distinct element odd numbers only, right? So it's just 5C5, that's it. Let me quickly add it up. I'm quickly changing my color, right? Just to add some more value to the explanation. First one, 5C1 into 4C4 is actually 5. 5C2 is 10, 4C3 is 4, it's actually 40. 5C3 is actually 10 and then 4C2 is 6. This is like 10 into 6 which is 60. Then again 5C4 is actually 5, 5 into 4 which is actually 20 and this is 1. So when you add it up, what you're going to get like 64, 120, 125, 126. Perfect. That becomes the final answer and people have been putting the answer as 126. Now, the people who were really very much afraid of this chapter, I'm not sure, like the Jack Sparrow was saying that, sir, this is like, और बाकी लोग भी बोल रहे थे ना कि ये सर दुखती रख पे हाथ रख रहे हैं आप. तो आई एम श्योर अब ये क्वेश्चन करने के बाद तो आपको बिल्कुल नहीं लग रहा होगा कि ये क्वेश्चन बिल्कुल भी डिफिकल्ट है ना? 126 become the correct answer and it's a JEE Advanced 2017 question. So in spite of the fact, Astha perhaps you were, you people might have left this chapter complex and whatever, the chapter that you're leaving, just make sure that you are very much comfortable with the basics of that. Okay, because in advance you have to, because sometimes what happened that let's say you got a very a question in the combined format of algebra, let's say quadratic and PNC. Now just because you have left PNC, you have even forgotten the basics also. It might happen that the question involves a very simple application of PNC and a very smart move of quadratic. So quadratic part you are aware of, but you're not aware of that basic simple application of PNC. For that matter, this is what exactly that I'm saying, that you are supposed to master all the basics of it. All right? हाँ जी, easy question कभी ना छोड़ो. देखो, easy और difficult बेटा सिर्फ इस बात पे depend करता है कि आपको कौन सा topic अच्छा लगता है, कितने in depth आप comfortable हैं उसके साथ. So it's all easy and difficult has been demarcated that simply. It's a very simple definition. If you know it, it's easy for you. If you don't know it, you find it difficult. All right. So let's quickly see that. Fine, perfect. Next question, folks. Please quickly, again, JEE Advanced question. I picked up all the previous question only, and my aim is not to tell you the exact answer. My aim is to tell you the approach. How you gonna start? How you gonna think about it? Let's say if I come across with this question in the examination hall. A debate club consists of 6 girls and 4 boys. Okay, so 6 girls and 4 boys. All right. Now, out of these 6 girls and 4 boys, I have to pick up a team of 4 members. Okay, selected from the club, including the selection of a captain. So I have to select a. So first I'll select any 4 members. After that I'll assign any one of them as captain also. So the selection of captaincy is also to be taken into account. All right, from among these 4 members only. So first you collect, like you rather make a team of 4, and then you assign a captain to it, right? So you have to again choose the captain as well. All right, see this quickly, a little bit hard, and people are very quickly responding to it. Good. If the team has to include at most 1 boy, so either we can have like 0 boys or we can have like 1 boy, max to max. So if I have 0 boys, we need to choose like 4 girls, and if I have 1 boy, I need to be choosing 3 girls, and that's simple it is. Okay, the number of ways of selecting them, let's quickly answer it. So as I said, if I pick up the team, so in total like 6 girls, 4 boys. Okay, out of that, if I have 0 boys, then I must have 4 girls. Then only I'll be creating a team. And then similarly, if I am taking like 1 boy, right, then along with that we should have 3 girls. Then there is a team of 4 will be selected. Now let's quickly do the selection. So 4 girls out of 6 is like 64. All right, and here if I talk about, and these are the 2 cases that I need to add. Okay, so this is 64 into 1 boys. I don't have to select it, so it's like simply 64. 1 boy, 4C1 into 6C3, because 3 girls have to be selected. So this plus this. Is that okay? All right, now let's quickly see. What do we have with me? So this becomes nothing but 64 is actually 6 into 5 by 2. That gives you nothing but actually 15. Plus, this is going to give you 40 into 4, 20 into 4 is like 80. So we get this as nothing but is equal to what? 95. Now look for this thing. So far I've selected only the team. But did I select that for the captain? Have I assigned the captain? No. In each of the cases, I'll be having 1 captain. And I have total 4 folks. And captain could be anyone, a boy or a girl. Right? So I just need to multiply this number of cases by 4C1, because 4C1 is the number of ways to select a captain. Alright? You just need to select a captain. So that is into 4C1 is simply 4. 95 into 4, that's going to give you 190 into 4, that's 380. Perfect. Got it. That becomes my correct answer. A option as the smoothest one. Is that clear for everyone, folks? 380? Sure? Sorted out? I've done this question yesterday. Very nice. It means that you are studying. Alright, pretty good. These are quite easy. See, it's not just that quite easy. I'm telling you that in every advanced paper, you'll find some questions. See, this was 16. Ali was 17. They were like 2015. So there are a lot of easy questions. But don't worry. I'll be taking up some really smart questions also. You'll be pretty easily. Why 4C1? Because you have to see, if you have a team of 4 folks, right? Let's say you are like G1, G2, G3 and boy B1. You are supposed to select 1 captain out of them. So captain can be chosen how many ways? 4C1. Right? 4 people are there. You need to pick 1 captain and then you're done with it. Alright, let me change my color and come back to this one. Sorted? Sure? Okay. In this session, how many questions? I'm not really sure of it. I haven't counted it. So I'm not really sure. Let's go for the next one. JEE 2006 question. It's a pretty smart question. If R, S, T are prime numbers and P and Q are the positive integers such that LCM of PQ is R square S power 4 into T square, then the number of ordered pairs P, Q is. Alright, okay, let's see. Let's quickly see how we can do that. What's exactly that we are trying to do here? So like 225. Okay, sir, give me 2 minutes for solving question. Please take your 2 minutes. I am particularly with you. All right. Okay. एडवांस के लिए सिर्फ एडवांस की क्वेश्चन करें या मेंस के भी आई विल से दैट फोकस मोर ऑन द वेरी गुड प्रॉब्लम इंस्टेड ऑफ सॉल्विंग I always say that advance is always about the quality, not the quantity. Instead of solving more questions, solve 10 questions, but they should be of highest quality. All right? Okay, let's quickly see. So if RST are prime numbers and P and Q are the positive integers such that LCM of PQ is R square S power 4 T square, then the number of ordered pairs P comma Q is. Okay, let's quickly see how do we can derive that. What exactly are we doing? Fine. So we have this number P and Q. Now you need to think in terms of all the numbers individually, right? So I'll be doing it first of all for R square. Let's see that. Let's see. People are giving the answers to 25 something. When I choose P with R to the power 0, see my LCM has to be R square. So if P has R to the power 0, then Q must have R to the power 2 only, because then only their LCM will become R square. Okay. If P is selected with the power R to the power, or P is having R to the power 1, then Q must have R square only, because then only I can have the LCM as R square only. Then if I take P as R square, the term of R square in the P, then Q can have anything. Q can have R power 0 or R power 1 or R power 2. So in total, how many possibilities? 5 cases or 5 possibilities of distributing the exponents of R over P and Q. Is that okay? So 5 possible ways for R square term, right? Or distributing the exponents of R only. All right, let's see. Now, if I want to do the same thing for, let's say, S, okay. So if I'm taking S to the power 0, then I must have S to the power 4. If I'm taking S to the power 1 in P, then Q must have S to the power 4 in order to get actually S power 4 as LCM. Again, if I'm getting this as S square, then again it should also have S power 4 only, because S square, cannot even get that. Now if I'm taking S cube, then again the Q should have the term as S power 4 only. And if I choose P as S power 4, now once S power 4, all the 4 exponents of S are already in P, then this can have S to the power 0, S to the power 1, S to the power 2, S to the power 3, S to the power 4 all. So like 5 cases here, 4 here, in total how many ways? 9 ways. Okay, in fact, when you will be calculating, so this was for R square, right? 9 ways for S to the power 4. And in the similar fashion, right, in a pretty similar way, you will also be getting for T square, and T square and R square will behave in the same way. So for them also it will be 5 ways only. So my final answer will become 5 into 9 into 5, which is like 25 into 9. This is equal to 225. That's it, done. Perfect. Siddharth and many of you have already reported it. Pretty good way. Pretty good to see that. I'm glad to see that the people are quickly responding to it. Option C becomes the correct answer. All right, sure. Is it done? Let's go to the next question. Okay, I'm quickly jumping up to all these questions, right? Just a variety of problems. Let n greater than or equal to 2 be an integer. Okay. Take n distinct points on a circle and join, and again, JEE Advanced 2014, right? I've taken up all the advanced question, and that also you realize that it's not that you have to be very much worried about the kind of problem that has been asked. Okay, just see what is your thought process. Okay, all right. So now we have n greater than or equal to 2 be an integer. Take n distinct points on a circle and join each pair of points by a line segment. Color the line segment, join every point adjacent point. So adjacent points by blue and the rest by red. Okay, if the number of red and blue line segments are equal, okay, so the red line segment and blue line segments are equal, then they're asking for the value of n is. Very simple question. All right, very simple question. Let's quickly see how we can solve it. People have understood the question, JEE 2014. So they're saying that in total on a circle we have n points, right? So like 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, like that. Many such points. The idea says that I should change my color, and I'm taking it to be blue. It says that if I am joining the adjacent point, they will be marked with blue, right? Can you see that statement here? So it says that every time when you join each pair of points by a line segment, right? So adjacent points by blue and the rest by red. So these adjacent points are by blue. Now if I want to mark it by red, so this is what they are saying. This has to be red, this could be red, this could be red, like these. Is that okay? Does it make sense? Now, let's quickly calculate the red and the blue lines. Okay, so let's quickly calculate the, I should now do it with my regular color only. I'm solving it, okay? So now when I talk about blue color lines, So how many vertices are there? N. So how many, see, every blue line is actually the side of the n-sided polygon, right? Side of a polygon. Whatever the polygon that will be generating with the help of those n vertices on the circle, right? So how many vertices? N. So how many sides will be there? N. So how many blue lines will be there? Simply n. That's it. Done. As simple as it sounds. Okay, alright. Now let's quickly calculate the red lines. Red line says that the lines which are not the adjacent one, whatever the rest of the lines are there. So in total, how many lines? NC2. To define any line, you just need any 2 points, right? So NC2. So NC2 minus N. Now they say that blue and the red are equal. You just make that NC2 minus N, red, is equal to blue, which is N. This implies that NC2 is equal to 2N. Now NC2 is nothing but what? N into N minus 1 upon 2 is equal to 2N. Which implies that I'm getting this as n square minus n is equal to 4n, which gives me n square is equal to 5n, or n square minus 5n equal to 0. N equal to 0 doesn't make any sense, so n equal to 5 becomes the correct answer. That's it. Done. The value of n is what? 5. Yes, done. Sorted. Clear. As simple as it sounds. Good job. Good job. I can see that a lot of answers are popping up. Anush, I'm not sure, you might have done a very simple calculation mistake. Thor, don't do that, dude. How can it be 5 factorial? It has to be 5. This is the value of n that we are talking about. Alright. So Anush, be careful. Thor, report your answer very carefully. Alright. 23 aspirant, if start preparing strictly, how can I crack the JEE main? Yes, of course you can do that. Definitely you can do that. 1 year is enough time for practically preparing it. Great. Chalo, Jack Sparrow. Let's go for the next question. Dude, focus, focus, focus. See what exactly the question that we are talking about here. An engineer is required to visit a factory. Okay, now this is a good question. Day is 1, 2020. An engineer is required to visit a factory for exactly 4 days, okay? Exactly 4 days during the first 15 days of every month, okay? Could be a supervising engineer, and he just have to visit 4 days just to see how the process is going on, whether all the fabrication and the production is happening properly or not. It is mandatory that no 2 visits take place on the consecutive days, right? So there should be a free, like not the consecutive visits, right? So just a quick inspection or a surprise inspection if you put it up in that way. Then all the number of possible ways in which such visits to factory can be made by the engineer from 1 June to 15 June. See, 1 or 15 June 2021 is just just to tell you that, okay, they want to take a span of 15 days only. So basically, 4 visits are to be made from 1 June to 15 June. Is that okay? Alright, let's see. That's just exclamation. Okay. Alright, don't add your exclamation in the answer, particularly for mathematics. It's very dangerous, man. It's very dangerous. Hello, Guru Chandan. Alright, so let's see. So Asta is already popping up the answer. Let's see how we can quickly do that. So let's say there has been 4 visits. Visit 1 on a certain day, visit 2 on a certain day, visit 3 on the certain day, visit 4 on the certain day. I don't know which days it has happened. I'm not really sure. Okay, there is a certain day. In total, 15 days are there. Out of 15 days, there will be 4 particular days when the engineer will be making a visit to the factory, and there will be any those for a certain number of days. Now let's count or take into account that before V1, there are, let's say, X1 number of days. Between the visit V1 and V2, there are, let's say, X2 number of days. Between the visit V2 and V3, there are X3 number of days. Visit V3 and V4, we have X4 number of days. Visit V4 onwards, it might be like X5 number of days. Now somebody might say that, sir, how can you say that there are X1 number of days? It might happen that he visits on the first day itself. Of course, in that case, my X1 will start from where? 0. Same thing can happen to V4 also, right? If V4 happens to be the 15 June, then X5 will also start, will be greater than or equal to 0. Alright, perfect. Now, apart from this, these two are greater than or equal to 0. But since I want the visits not to be happening consecutive days, so X2, X3 and X4 has to be greater than or equal to 1. Right? So X2 greater than or equal to 1, X3 has to be greater than or equal to 1, and X4 has to be greater than or equal to 1. We must have at least 1 day. We must have at least 1 day. Right? So that there is no consecutive visit itself. Okay. So let's quickly see how we can actually quickly figure it out. Now, see this man. So when I add this X1 plus X2 plus X3 plus X4 plus X5, how many days it will become equal to? See, total 15 days were there. Visit 1, visit 2, visit 3 and visit 4, they are like 4 days. So rest of the days are what? 11, right? 15 minus 4, I'll simple 11 days. Out of that also, I know that X1 will start from greater than or equal to 0, okay, and X5 greater than or equal to 0, but X2, X3 and X4 are greater than or equal to 1. So I'll make some simple modification. Right, let me do that modification, changing the color here. So X2 minus 1 greater than or equal to 0, X3 minus 1 greater than or equal to 0, X4 minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. right? Okay, perfect. Now, I need to introduce these modifications. When I use this modification, it will become x1, x2 minus 1, x3 minus 1, x4 minus 1, and x5. Now, what I've subtracted on the left hand side? 3. That I need to also subtract on the right hand side also. That's exactly what I'm supposed to do, right? Okay, now, so if this is happening, right, what exactly I'm going to do? Now see what is happening. All these variables are actually starting from 0. Right? All these values are starting from 0. Now what is happening? This 8 number of days are to be distributed, right? This 8 number of days, 11 minus 3, which is actually 8. This 8 number of days are to be distributed among 5 values, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, or rather x1 plus x2 minus 1 plus x3 minus 1 plus x4 minus 1 and x5, such that each can have 0, 1 or more. Each can be 0, 1 or more. Right? So let's quickly see that what exactly is happening. Don't spam Guru Chandan, folks, please quickly ban this guy, because in the chat there are like everyone is saying that. Please quickly ban that guy. Okay? There's some Guru Chandan or something. He's unnecessary spamming. Okay. See, there is no space for spamming. If you want to learn, learn. If you want to ask as many questions, please do ask as many as you want. You have the freedom to do that, and I'm giving you the right and liberty to do that. But don't spam unnecessary. If you don't want to learn, please go away. Okay? Alright. Now, so 8, this number 8 is to be distributed among 5%. So 8 plus 5 minus 1, C 5 minus 1. Alright? So what exactly is going to be? It's like nothing but simply 8, 5, 13, 12. So it will become actually 12C4. That will become is equal to 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 divided by 4 into 3 into 2. So 4 3s are 12. So this 12 is gone, and then 2 will make you 5. So 11, 5, 55, 55 into 9 is going to give you 495. So answer becomes 495. Perfect. Good, pretty good. So glad to hear that the people are quickly getting that. Oh yes, Jackson has also quickly typed that 8 plus 5 C minus 1 also. Good job, beta. Okay, alright. So let's quickly see that how we can do that. Perfect. Done. Good. Now, I just quickly want to make you recall about a certain formula which I've used here, that let's say if I have x1 plus x2 so on till xp, right, and there are, this sum is equal to n, and every value can have 0, 1 or more, right? So if I want to have the number of non-negative integral solutions for the equation x1 plus x2 so on till xp equal to n, then what do we do? It's like distributing n identical objects among p persons. The formula becomes n plus p minus 1 cp minus 1. Okay? I hope folks can understand it very well. This is pretty easy to follow. Alright, just writing it for the sake of it so that people can get comfortable. I think it's not visible. Let me write it again. So n plus p minus 1 c p minus 1. Clear? Gap method, beggars method, whatever the name that you want. So एक बार फिर से repeat कर दीजिए, बिल्कुल repeat कर देता हूँ. देखो, और ये मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ जैक स्पैरो, जिनसे भी एक क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ था ना, बिहारी और जैक स्पैरो, जिसको भी थोड़ा भी confusion है, थोड़ा भी confusion है. You call it as beggars rule, you call it as this gap method, whichever method that you want to call it. It's a pretty smart move, and I've taken the direct application of multinomial theorem, or direct application of multinomial theorem. All right, okay. So let's quickly see what it said. It says that x1 plus x2 so on till x5. Okay, so let's say the person, I'm changing my red color. Okay, I'm changing the color. Just to explain it, I'm using the red color. All right. Any visit on the day, so let's say the visit 1 has happened on a certain day, visit 2, visit 3, visit 4. 4 visits have been done on 4 particular days. Left are the rest of the 11 days are there. So let's say before visit 1, x1 number of days, between v1 and v2, x2, between v2 and v3, x3, between v3 and v4, x4 number of days, and after v4, x5 number of days. Now it might happen that the engineer might appear on the day 1 itself. So x1 will become what? Greater than or equal to 0. X5 can also be a terminal day, like he might also check it on 15th of June 2021, right? You see this span? Alright, so it might also happen that x5 is greater than or equal to 0. Slides are not up to the mark, they aren't clear these days. I'll take care of that if that is the case. I'll change the color and all this, although I don't think it's not very unclear or something. Okay, but still, I'll make sure that the intensity and all will be checked. We'll be doing that check. Thank you so much for the feedback, Asta. Thanks a lot. Okay, I hope that answer is clear for everyone. Okay, now I want no two consecutive visits, right? So between V1, visit 1 and visit 2, V1 and V2, there should be at least 1 day. So x2 greater than or equal to 1, x3 greater than or equal to 1, x4 greater than or equal to 1. Now from here we have done these modification because I wanted to apply this formula directly, n plus p minus 1 cp minus 1, right? Distribution of n identical objects among p persons such that each can have 0, 1 or more, right? I repeat that, so whenever you are going the distribution for identical objects, go for this formula. Distribution of n identical objects among p persons such that each can have 0, 1 or more is n plus p minus 1 cp minus 1. That's it. As simple as it sounds. Okay. All right. So now we are using this equation. I have modified it because now every person will be starting from, rather every number of variable x2 minus 1 will also be starting from greater than or equal to 0, right? This thing will be happening. Okay, let's quickly see. Let's see, sir, change the red pen. Okay, see, red pen is only for highlighting beta. If that is the trouble, let me take up this one. Let's green color, that's okay. So it's just for highlighting. I'm not writing with anything with this one. Okay. Complement से होगा क्या आलोक थोड़ा lengthy हो जाएगा. So it's not advisable for you to do it with the help of the complement method, right? So it's not advisable for you to do that. All right, now. Let's quickly see, because in that case you have to remove different cases, like when there are 4 consecutive visits, or the cases when we have 3 consecutive visits, or when we have exactly 2 consecutive visits. So those cases from the total number of cases you have to subtract. That will be even lengthier to calculate in the examination also. That's why not do that. Okay. Let's quickly see. Let's see what do we do it here. Chalo, let's see. Let's quickly see. I hope it is readable for everyone. Okay? Yes, beggars is always easy and useful in this case, right? It is always easy and useful to do in this case. Okay. Let's quickly see. So as I said, we are actually so we have these 5 persons, and 8 identical objects are to be distributed among them. Directly apply this formula, n plus p minus 1 cp minus 1, you get the answer. I hope everyone who is asking the doubt, this is quite clear. Yeah, this is quite repetitive. Yes, it is quite repetitive. It is little easier and it is quite repetitive. Okay, 495 is the answer. Moving on to the next question. Let's go. Let me quickly take up the change this color. Perfect. Okay. Next question. The number of 5-digit numbers which are divisible by 4 with digits from the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the repetition of digits is allowed. JEE Advance 2018. Alright, folks, quickly give me the answers. Quickly. Perfect. Please quickly give me the answer. Okay. Alright. 496. Alright. Who else is? People, please quickly give me the answer. Give me the answers for this one. Quickly. The number of 5-digit numbers which are divisible by 4 with digits from the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the repetition of digits is allowed. Okay. Alright. Folks, tell me quickly. 625. Alright, Satvik, good job. See, let's quickly start making the cases. The number will be divisible by 4 only if its last 2 digits are divisible by 4, right? Let's quickly see that. Last 2 digits का 4 का multiple होना चाहिए. तो last 2 digits में देखो क्या हो सकता है. Only last 2 digits I'm talking about, right? These 2 places. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can have 12 at the last. Or I can have like the next multiple of 4 will be 16 is not there, 20 is not there, 20, 24, perfect. 28 is not there, 30, 32 is there, 36, 40 is not there, 44, right? Then 50, 44, 48, 52. That's it. These are the 5 cases to fill up the last like 5 ways to fill the last 2 places, right? To fill the last 2 places. ठीक है, शुरू करते हैं भाई. Okay, so during live sessions I can't properly, but it would take a lot of time. It's worth taking a long time and watch it. See, इसमें बेटा, I just tell you that you take the approach, not the solution. Just take the approach, and you will be able to handle it. All right? Okay. Sir, make one more dash. It has to be 5-digit number. Yes, my bad. Thank you for doing that, Asta. Okay, so last 2 places have been filled up in how many ways? 5 ways. Now, since the repetition is allowed, the first place can be filled up in 5 ways, second place can also be filled up in 5 ways, third place can also be filled up in 5 ways. 5 to the power 4, that becomes nothing but is equal to 625. That is the answer. Done. Instantly. Alright, as simple as it sounds. 3125 ways. 5 to the power 4 is actually 625. Okay, so Anush, I will just quickly tell you that you correct your calculation. Okay, let's go quickly. It's okay, Anush, but make sure that these kind of blunders are not happening in the examination hall. All right. Let's quickly see. Already done plus 4 marks. Lovely. The number of identical numbers, and I said that the answer was already there. 625. Let's go for the next one. Again, JEE Advance 17. Words of the length 10 are formed using the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Total 10 letters. Right? Okay. Now, let's see. let X be the number of such words where no letter is repeated and Y be the number of such words where exactly one letter is repeated twice. Okay, and then they're asking for the value of Y and X. Now, see, in total we got these 10 letters only, right? So here we got 10 letters only. Okay, if I got only 10 letters and I'm supposed to, X is a number of ways, right, where no letter is repeated. Right, exactly, where exactly that 10 was there? X? Yes. So X be the number of ways such that no letter is repeated. So I have to fill up 10 places and I have only 10 letters with me. What can I do? Right, so X will become what? Just pick up 10 letters and arrange them. Number of ways of arranging 10 letters? 10 factorial. Yes, Sathu has already said that. Sir, आप solve करते हो तो easy लगता है पर घर पे solve ही नहीं होते हैं. Jack Sparrow, मैं सही बात है ये ऐसा honestly speaking, जब मैं भी अपनी ये बात रखूँ ना, जब मैं भी स्टूडेंट था मुझे भी कई बार ऐसा लगता था. Remember your answers today after all time. Okay, Jasmine, you can. I don't know whether I should say you can or you should not. I am not the right person to talk about it. I'll come back to the Jack Sparrow's statement. He was saying that, sir, आप पढ़ाते तो अच्छा लगता है, एकदम समझ में आ रहा है, पर बाद में करते तो नहीं होता है. एक छोटी सी बात है देखो, ठीक है? For every student, not just for Jack Sparrow, for everyone. Thought सिर्फ और सिर्फ इतना है बेटा कि आप जब प्रैक्टिस करते हैं मेरे साथ तो आप अप्रोच देखिए और उसके बाद फिर उस अप्रोच से आप उस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करिए. बाद में एक दो बार खुद से सॉल्व करिए, फिर आप देखो सेम क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करो, फिर थॉट बनाओ, उसके बाद फिर आप जनरल उस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करो विद डिफरेंट डेटा, विद डिफरेंट सिनेरियोज, एंड देन सी वेदर यू आर एबल टू डू दैट और नॉट. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू पिक अप द थिंकिंग एबिलिटी. सोल्यूशन तो बहुत जगह मिल जाता है यार, सोल्यूशन में क्या, सोल्यूशन तो कहीं भी मिल जाएगा तुम्हें, बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेज हैं, जहां मन करे वहां से ले लो, है ना. पर आपको क्या चाहिए, आपको चाहिए एक अप्रोच, राइट? एंड दैट्स व्हाट द जॉब ऑफ अ टीचर इज, राइट? इफ आई एम एबल टू मेक यू थिंक, देन आई हैव डन माय जॉब प्रॉपर्ली. दैट्स इट. ओके, ऑलराइट. All right, Asa, pretty glad to hear that you have revised all of them before coming to this session. I'm so glad that you have revised all of them. Pretty good. All right. Okay, so let's quickly see. Actually, I have to say sorry for this. If you're working hard, I'm glad to hear that. But okay, Jasmine, you don't have to be sorry for that, not at all. Y will be the number of search word when exactly one letter is repeated. So for Y, out of 10 letters, I have to select any one particular letter which I'm going to repeat. Now this letter, 10C1, whichever letter I'll choose, will be occurring for 2 times. Now I have to pick up the other 8 letters. And how many letters I'm left with? 9. So we got this as 9C8. Right? Are you getting my point, what I'm trying to say over here? So 10C1 into 9C8. Now I have 10 letters, but out of these 10 letters, I need to arrange them also, right? Out of those 10 letters, 2 letters are actually same. So these are the number of ways of arranging. So this is the way when I've selected that repeated letter. Okay, so this is the way to select a repeated letter. Select repeated letter. 9C8 the number ways to select non-repeated letters. Non-repeated letters. Alright, and these are the number of ways to arrange 10 letters out of 2 are identical. Out of 2, 10 letters out of which 2 are same or repeated, right? 2 are repeated or 2 are same, whatever you call it. 2 are same or 2 are repeated, whatever you call it. Alright, is that okay? So let's quickly do the calculation. So what exactly? Yes, people have started popping up the answer. So glad to hear that. Now let's quickly do that. Y by 9x. So y by 9x will actually become is equal to 10C1 is 10, 9C8 is actually 9, factorial 10 divided by factorial 2 and 9 into factorial 2 here, right? Because factorial 10 was already here. So let's quickly do the calculation. Factorial 10 is gone, then 9 is gone. Factorial 2 cancel this 10, which becomes 5. I get my answer, y by 9x is equal to 5, as simple as it sounds. JEE Advanced 2017. You can't expect to answer a question easier than this. Okay, alright, sure, perfect. Sir, please bring new and challenging question. There are challenging questions also, beta. See, the reason behind taking up previous JEE questions for this particular session, because a lot of people feel a lot of difficulties in solving such questions. I do understand, Asta, that you have solved it, but there are other questions students also who want to learn the technique, the thinking process, the thought process. Alright, okay, so I have to keep it. So I can do next time that I'll pick up half of the question as previous done question or half of the question which are fresh and new and the challenging one. Okay, alright. Kingshuk, not why always we know in the previous session of matrices I haven't chosen. There was like hardly one question which was there that was like previous question. No, there was not even a single question was there, okay. Today I have taken up intentionally. Alright, Sadhu, you want to explain that y again? So y will be, you take 10C1 to select a letter which has to be repeated. Then out of the 9 letters, you have to select rest of the 8 because 2 letters are from here, 2 identical ones. Okay, and 9C8 are like from out of the rest of the 9, you have to take any 8 distinct letters. And once you have 10 letters, out of which 2 are same, the number of ways of arranging will be 10 factorial by 2 factorial. And that's why I have taken up this y as. Okay, in PNC, when I do a question and check the solution, I find that my approach and the one given in the solution is entirely different, but I can't understand why mine is wrong. For that case, Mr. Blue Lemons, what a funny name. So Mr. Blue Lemons, I'll say, who keeps their name as Blue Lemon? Alright, I'm not sure why you do that. Could be anything that I'm not aware of the total with current generation. Okay, so Mr. Blue Lemon, the thought is, in those cases, I will suggest you that you reach to us through the Ask a Doubt portal or anywhere and show us the approach. Tell exactly what you thought of it so that we can correct it very quickly. Although I understand that the time is very less for advanced, but still give it a try. Okay, approach to us. Share your solutions and then we'll see how we can actually quickly figure it out. So is this Blue Lemon or something like, it is some character or something in some comic movie or some Avengers or whatever that might not be aware with this current generation? Could be. I'm not really sure of that. Keshwari, the tips will be there. You just have to wait for some time. Okay. All right, sir. इस बार क्या question pattern कैसा होगा? ये एक राज रहा है हमेशा से. This has always been a mystery. JEE, you cannot predict anything. Anything could happen, believe me. All the magic and all whatever the thing that they want to do it, they can do whatever that they want to. Alright, so you really can't ask me about the pattern of the question, but I'm not a fortune teller or something. Even if I have been teller, I can't predict it very precisely because you can't say anything about JEE paper. JEE paper is very difficult to predict. Alright, okay, so let's see. Is it sorted for everyone? We don't need any PY question. We have PYP book in our home. Kingshu Ghosh, that's not the case. I'm not interested in telling you the PYP question. I'm interested in telling you the approach behind it. Let's do one thing. Let's solve this question. Okay. Because that's the only way I can do this, because today I have intentionally picked up all the previous questions only just to show that if the people who are very much afraid of advanced examination or particularly with respect to PNC, right? It is the session that I have chosen. Right? That's why I've taken up all these previous questions only. They can make any new type of question pattern as well. Yes, of course they can. They have. Hello, Swastika. All right. So you can choose whatever the option that you have. So Kingshu, I'll just say that just learn the approach, right? Many of you feel that it's very difficult. Okay, and that's why I'm just trying to do that. Okay, why do I have studies my whole class 12 from you, Keshav Sir? That's why I haven't. Thank you so much, Asta. It's a pretty nice compliment. Thanks a lot, beta. Okay, and I'm just quickly have to make sure that the things are done in a proper way. Okay. इस बार बॉम्बे कंडक्ट करवा रहा है पेपर. मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा बॉम्बे का पेपर. I won't say. When I used to be a student and I was preparing for JEE, then the maths paper was toughest when it was done by IIT Kanpur. If IIT Kanpur was setting the paper, then it was like everyone was so afraid that the paper is going to be very difficult. And believe me, the paper was difficult when I wrote the examination. It was very difficult. Alright, let n be the number of ways in which 5 boys and 5 girls can stand in a queue in such a way that all the girls stand consecutively in the queue. M be the number of ways in which 5 boys and 5 girls can stand in a queue in such a way that exactly 4 girls stand consecutively in the queue. Okay, and then the value of all this. Perfect. So now it says that stand in a queue so that all the girls stand consecutively in the queue. Okay, so n is very simple, right? If I quickly go to the calculation part of it, n is very simple. N is what? It says that 5 boys and 5 girls. And I want all the girls to be together. So assume that 5G as a single person, right? All the girls combined together. And then boys B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5. Okay, so in total we got like 6 folks. 6 folks can arrange themselves in factorial 6 ways, but those girls, 5 girls, can also arrange themselves in factorial 5 ways. So factorial 6 into factorial 5. N is sorted? Sure, N is sorted? Okay. So perfect. Anush, you have seen me by this, but you are like little great. So it's not about little or great something. It is that if you are enjoying mathematics, that is the best thing, which I can always say. If you have loved mathematics because of me, that's a very big thing, very big thing. I love mathematics because my maths teacher has been fantabulous, flawless, right? So that has been always been lucky to have all the good maths teachers in my life. Okay, M be the number of ways in which 5 boys and 5 girls stand in a queue such that exactly 4 girls stand consecutively in the queue. Okay, so see what is happening here. Now, for calculating M, let's say the boys are B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5. and I'm taking the 4 girls and another 1 girl. In total 5 girls, right? So first of all, I have to select any 4 girls out of those 5. So 5C4 is something, then I'm selecting any 4 particular girls, right? So 5C4 is the number of ways of creating 4 girls together and 1 girl together. Now, because of these, we have this gap method or beggars method, whatever you call it. It's like 6C2. So M will become is equal to 5C4 is the number of ways when I'm choosing any 4 girls. Now I have 2 persons which are to be arranged in these 5 places, right? 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So in these 6 places, I just have to select any 2. Let's say 4G goes here and that 1 girl go here, right? So they are not together, they are not consecutive. Now, once I've done that, 5C4, I've selected 4 girls, okay, and then those 4 girls and 1 girl have been placed up in those 2 gaps. Out of those 6, I have chosen only 2 gaps. Now, in these 2 gaps, 4 girls and 1 girl can also arrange themselves in factorial 2 ways, right? But if you look carefully, these 4 girls can also arrange themselves in factorial 4 ways, and the rest of the 5 boys, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, can also arrange them in factorial 5 ways. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's quickly see how we can do that. You are attending revision classes? Yes, you can. Like, it's always a choice that people can do that. Please go ahead with that. Okay, you can definitely do that. So this is what I am got this as like M and N is factorial 6, factorial 5. Let's quickly go for this M by N. So M is actually 5C4 is 5, 6C2 is actually 15. Okay, so 5 is 15. Then we have 2. Then we get this factorial 4 as 25. Factorial 5 is 120. In fact, factorial 5 I'm keeping like that only. Okay, then factorial 6 into factorial 5. Factorial 5 is gone. Okay, factorial 6 is actually 720. Let me write that. Alright, so we get this as like 5 into 15 into 2 into 24 divided by factorial 6, which is like 720, or you can say that it's actually factorial 4 into 5 into 6. Factorial 4, 24 is gone. 5 and 5 is gone. From 6, you will be like 3. 3, 5 is 15. I'll say that my answer will become 5. M by 9 will become equal to 5 only. Alright, so it seems confusing solution in this question. Please explanation. Okay, let me quickly explain that once again. Okay, let's quickly do that. The answer is 5. I'm explaining the part for M again. Okay, let me change my color. Learn very carefully. There were 5 boys. I hope N is sorted for everyone. Factorial 6, factorial 5. Okay, Anush, I think this is very clear for you. Okay, and Kashish, is that clear for you, beta? N is sorted for you. Perfect. Let's go for M. M is the number of ways in which 5 boys and 5 girls are to be arranged such that 4 girls stand consecutively and one of them doesn't be with them, right? She has to stand somewhere separately. Okay, so first of all, I have to pick which 4 girls, right? I have to make a group of 4 girls and 1 girl. So making a group of 4 girls and 1 girl, I'll be actually doing this 5C4, right? So what exactly 5C4 is? I'm selecting any 4 girls, right? And I've made a group of 4 girls and 1 girl. Now I have 2 particular person, 4 girl and 1 girl. Take this as 1 person and the another person. Boys can arrange in any ways. So this factorial 5 is the arrangement of boys. Boys arranging in any without restriction. Factorial 5 ways. Is that okay? Perfect. Now these 2 persons, 4G and 1G, I have these 6 gaps. Gap 1, gap 2, right? So these are what my gaps. Gap 1, gap 2, gap 3, gap 4, gap 5, gap 6, 6 gaps. How many gaps do I need to choose? Only 2. I have to place this 4G and 1G. So 6C2 is the number of ways to select gaps. 5C4 was the number of ways to select 4 girls together, whom we are going to keep consecutive to each other. Alright? Okay. Now, once I've arranged this 4G and 1G, let's say in these places, they can also arrange them in this factorial 2 ways. Right? 4G and 1G, they can arrange themselves in factorial 2 ways. And when the 4 girls are standing consecutively or together, they can also arrange themselves in how many ways? Factorial 4 ways. So these factorial 4 ways are actually 4 girls arrangement. Arranging. After that, just calculation. Just calculation. Okay, alright. Henry, आप out of India से हो? नहीं भाई, मैं पूरी तरह भारतीय हूँ. I'm just purely an Indian. Alright. Been a couple of sides, like a couple of time, a couple of instances, I've spent some time, but not. I'm definitely an Indian. I'm पूरी तरह भारतीय हूँ भाई मैं. भारत माता की जय, जय हिंद. Alright, चलो आगे चलते हैं. Answer is clear. I hope Kashish, that's clear for everyone now. Okay, clear? Perfect, perfect, done, good. Okay, Swastika, clear, lovely. Anush, understood? Let's quickly see. Okay, X, sir, Siddharth into 2 factorial Y. Okay, see, when we have this 4 girl, I should go for the previous case where exactly the situation is here. 1 minute, okay? You see that? I am not sure why my pen is not working. I should select a pen, let's say this one, okay. So why this factorial 2? You see this 4G and 1G? There were 6 places when they have been filled up here. So they can arrange themselves in how many ways? Factorial 2 ways, right? First of all, you just, by 6C2 you have selected. But after that you arrange them. You arrange them in how many ways? Factorial 2 ways. That's why 2 factorial was there. Okay, alright. Now, let's quickly see. Can't we consider 4 girls together and then 6 other people, boys plus 1 girl and then factorial 7? No, beta, no. There will be a crime that you have made in this one. You know that? Can you quickly understand what exactly you're doing? See, when you take 4 girls together and 6 other people, 5 boys plus 1 girl, what will happen? You will be arranging, in that case, B1, B2, B3 and G1 also. And you might, by mistake, you might place 4 girls here. So 4 girls here and then G1 will make it what? All 5 girls together, which is not the case of M. Alright, that's the error, Blue Lemons. I don't want to call you Blue Lemon. Tell me your name, dude. Tell me your name. I don't want to call you Blue Lemon. It's not a nice thing. Okay, alright. इस बार का मेंस का क्वेश्चन एडवांस के लिए प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा क्या? It's I won't do it. Not at all. तन्मय, ये वैसा कोई requirement नहीं है. You really don't have to do that. Okay, so it's not at all a requirement. Okay, factorial 7 to factorial 4. Consider n also. No. You don't have to do it in that way, right? It's pretty simple because that's just a simple way to do that question. Why unnecessary getting? Okay. Bharat Balaji, please teach in English. I'll keep my language quite into the Hindi plus English both, because there are folks who can understand Hindi properly, not a lot of English. That's why I often speak English as well as Hindi both. Okay. So language will not be a barrier for anyone. भाषा से किसी को कोई समस्या नहीं होने वाली है. सिद्धार्थ और good. चलो अगले question पे चलते हैं. ठीक है, अगला question. Now this is a good question. Again, JEE Advance 2014. तो आस्था एंड जनता, आप लोग अपना आंसर दे सकते हैं. I'll be very happy to hear, because it shows that your people are practicing and it's a good thing. I appreciate that. Let n1 less than l2 less than l3 less than n4 less than n5 be positive integer. So these are 5 natural numbers. ये 5 natural number हैं. Such that the sum of those 5 natural numbers is actually 20. Okay. ठीक है, 5 positive integer natural numbers हैं और उसके बाद फिर लिखने हैं. What about 25% criteria for 2020 dropper? It's okay. Don't worry about it. वो सब discussion नहीं करना है. अभी बस यही बात करना है. Okay. Oh, sir. Oh, thanks. Blue Lemons. Please tell me your name, dude. Please tell me your name. All right. Now let's quickly see. So number of search distinct arrangement that I want to do. It's a beautiful question. Beautiful question. Shall I start? JEE 2024. Good question. Let's see. N1 least value can take as 1. It's the smallest, right? So smallest natural number is what? 1. N2 smallest value is 2. N3 smallest value is 3. N4 smallest value is 4. And N5 smallest value will be what? 5. That's it. Right. This is exactly are the least values that I'm talking about here. Right? Is it 7? Right? We'll see. We'll quickly see that how we can do that. Okay. All right. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 होगा. We'll see. हम आते हैं आंसर पे अभी. प्रथम वर्मा राणा बोल रहे हैं 126, 87, 126. Folks, please do a proper calculation. बहुत सारे different answers दिख रहे हैं. I hope that everyone is doing some good job with them. Okay. Now, n1 greater than or equal to 1, n2 greater than or equal to 1. So I can make this as like n1 minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. I can write n2 minus 2 greater than or equal to 0. Right? When all the variables are starting from 0, it makes my life easier. And that's why we always do such modification, particularly in PNC, and make sure that all of you are making a habit of it. Okay? Now, let's see. What exactly my equation was? My equation was n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus n4 plus n5 is equal to 20. Let's do the modifications here. What modification that I'm introducing? Let me change my color here. This is like n1 minus 1 plus n2 minus 2 plus n3 minus 3 plus n4 minus 4 plus n5 minus 5. What exactly is subtracted on the left hand side? 15. So I'm also supposed to subtract 15 on the right side, as I'm not supposed to change the equation, right? Equation थोड़ी ना बदल देंगे भाई, जितना left side में subtract किया अपना right side में करोगे. Okay, your name is Manas. Hello Manas. All right. So n1 minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. This is also greater than or equal to 0. This is also greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Okay, let's quickly see. Sum of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 20. Okay, all right. You have to choose. So that's not the only possible way by which we're doing that. Now, see what is happening here. I got this equation. This equal to 5 if I write it. So again, 5 objects are to be distributed among 5 persons. All right. n1 minus 1, n2 minus 1, n3 minus, n2 minus 2, n3 minus 3, n4 minus 4, n5 minus 5. Now, let me make the cases here. I'm naming this as x1, so it's like x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 equal to 5, where each of them can start from 0, greater than or equal to 0. Let me quickly make a table for that, right? So I'm quickly making a table. Okay, so folks, be very careful because there are a handful number of cases that you just have to count. Now, understand it very clearly, okay? This all is starting, so x1, x2, x3, see x1 is greater than or equal to 0, x2, this I'm calling this as x3, x4 and 5, okay? And 5 minus 5 is x5 and all this. So there could be a cases when all the 4 are 0 and this is 5. See, I am supposed to, you cannot arrange them. If you directly apply the formula n plus p minus 1 cp minus 1, that's not going to work here. Why? Because the arrangement is only one way, that they have to be kept in the increasing order, right? Or particularly n1 less than n2 less than n3 less than n4 less than n5. Okay, is that clear? The other way could be if I take this as 4, this is 1 and I'll give all the 3 as 0, right? We can also take that if I give this as 3 and if I give this one as 1 and if I give this as 1, this as 0 and this is 0. Alright, that is also a way, a third way. People say that individual calculate karna padega. Yes, you have to individually make the cases here. That's exactly what you have to do, and that's why intentionally I have chosen this question. You can't apply n plus p minus 1 cp minus 1. Please मेरी ये बात समझिए, ये नहीं अप्लाई कर सकते हैं क्योंकि आप अरेंजमेंट नहीं कर सकते. अरेंजमेंट का सिर्फ एक तरीका है कि उसको इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में ही रहना है, इसलिए मुझे सिर्फ केसेस देखने होंगे. There is no other way I can do that. Alright, you have to make cases. So we got this as 0, 1, 1, 3. Okay, now let's say if I make this as 2, this as 2, this is 1, so 0, 0. Alright, any other way or like any other possibility that we can do it over here? So let's say if I do this as so 0, 1, 1 and all. So let's say if I take this 1, this is 1, this is 1, right? So this becomes equal to 2. So how many cases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, right? So like we have to take one more cases. मैंने सारे possible sets बना लिए, बड़ी अच्छी बात है सोचते क्या, बहुत अच्छी बात है. Okay, एक और केस हम 2 और 3 वाला भी बना सकते हैं, वो actually miss हो गया मुझसे, मैं यहीं कहीं बीच में fit कर देता हूँ उसको. तो somewhere here, यहाँ बीच में उसको fit कर रहा हूँ इस जगह. So it could, in fact, let me write it here. मैं ना दोबारा लिख देता हूँ. क्यों खाम खा छोटे बच्चों को परेशान करना है? तो 0, 0, 0, 2, 3. That's also a case, right? Then 0, 0, 1, 1. Sorry, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. And then we'll write 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1 for each. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. अभी भी एक केस रह गया, एक केस में अभी मार्क करना होगा मुझे यहाँ पर. So 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3. एक मैंने इरेज किया वहाँ पर, right? ये मैं साइड में लिख देता हूँ, ठीक है? So I'm just writing quickly separately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay? See, वो cases नहीं तुम्हें गिनने हैं बेटा, वाला नहीं गिनना है. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just have to mark one more case here. 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1. Yeah. So it will be actually 0, 0, 1, 1, 2. Okay. So 1, 2, 2. This will also be the case, right? This is the 7th case. So first case, case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, case 6, case 7. So in total, how many solutions? 7. Alright, flying beast, good morning, good morning. Alright, चलो भाई, बहुत अच्छी बात है. चलें आगे चलते हैं भाई, ठीक है? तो हमारा आंसर हो गया 7. अगले क्वेश्चन पे पढ़ूं मैं आगे? Sure? Let's go. ये क्वेश्चन ग्रुपिंग का एकदम शानदार एग्जाम्पल है, एकदम शानदार एग्जाम्पल है ग्रुपिंग का, ठीक है? बट सर n2 is strictly greater than n1, हाउ कैन दे इक्वल? बेटा आपको अगर ये कंफ्यूजन है तो आई शुड से दिस, राइट? यू मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दिस. इमेजिन द सिचुएशन इफ दिस इज देयर. मैं कोई एक केस लेके समझाऊं तुमको, अगले पेज पे समझा देता हूं. देखो, इफ आई टेक दिस लाइक पेन चला गया भाई मेरा, रुको मुझे पेन से लेकर लेने दो. पेन कहाँ गया मेरा? ये रहा. ओके, लेट्स से मैं ये वाला केस लेता हूँ 0, 0, 1, 2, 2. लेट्स से this is what x1, this is what x2, this is what x3, this is what x4, this is what x5. Now, if you're saying that x1 and x2 are equal, yes, but what is x1? n1 minus 1. So when I say that n1 minus 1 is equal to 0, I'll be saying that n1 equal to 1, of course. And when I'm saying that x2 equal to 0, but x2 is actually equal to n2 minus 2, and if n2 minus 2 is equal to 0, I'll be getting n2 equal to 2. Did you get your answer? Alright, अभी समझ में आया कि क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? जैक स्पैरो, क्लियर हो गया ना? तो आप x1 x2 को 0 पुट कर रहे हो, पर एक्चुअली x1 क्या है? n1 minus 1. x2 क्या है? n2 minus 2. तो वो इवेंचुअली आपको डिफरेंट वैल्यूज ही देंगे, वो ऑटोमेटिकली देंगे, इसीलिए हम ये ट्रिक यूज कर रहे हैं. आई होप ये सारे के सारे क्लियर हैं और ये आइडिया भी सबको बहुत अच्छे समझ में आ गया होगा. ठीक है, चलो आगे बढ़े. गुड गुड, ग्लैड जैक स्पैरो दैट यू कुड अंडरस्टैंड इट. नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ग्रुपिंग का बहुत अच्छा एग्जांपल है ये. पीपल, आई नीड द आंसर्स. In a hotel, 4 rooms are available. 6 persons are to be accommodated in these 4 rooms in such a way that each of these rooms contains at least 1 person and at most 2 person. At least 1 and at most 2. ठीक है, और 4 ही रूम अवेलेबल है और टोटल 6 लोग हैं, तो एक ही केस बनेगा ना बेटा, 1 1 2 2. ग्रुपिंग किस तरह से करनी है, 1 1 2 2. इस इन डिनोमिनेशन के 4 ग्रुप होने चाहिए, right? Just 4 groups. Flying Bees 1080. Good job, dude. Let's quickly see if you see the answer. And I'm glad that people are actually solving the previous question. पर आंसर नहीं रटना है ना, thought process समझना है. I hope people are very much aware. So Flying Bees, good job, and I hope that you have done it properly and you are very much comfortable with it. Okay? चलो तो ग्रुपिंग करते हैं. ग्रुपिंग का केस 1 1 2 2. So I have to just select any 4 rooms. जिन 4 rooms में मुझे ये फटाफट इनको अरेंज करना हो. तो पहले ग्रुपिंग करो. टोटल 6 लोग हैं, फैक्टोरियल 6. एक ग्रुप बनाया मैंने 2 फैक्टोरियल का, एक ग्रुप बनाया मैंने 2 पर्सन का, एक ग्रुप बनाया मैंने 1 पर्सन का, एक ग्रुप बनाया मैंने 1 पर्सन का. अब तक मैंने सिर्फ ग्रुप बनाए 2 2 1 1. बट नाउ 2 डिनोमिनेशन वाले जो ग्रुप हैं वो 2 बार रिपीट कर रहे हैं, तो क्या करोगे, फैक्टोरियल 2 से डिवाइड करोगे. 1 1 डिनोमिनेशन के ग्रुप फिर से 2 बार रिपीट कर रहे हैं, तो फिर से फैक्टोरियल 2 से डिवाइड करोगे, है ना. जब आपने ये कर लिया, अब तक क्या हो गया, 4 ग्रुप्स आर फॉर्म्ड, राइट. 4 ग्रुप्स आर फॉर्म्ड. अब तक 4 ग्रुप बन चुके हैं भाई. 4 ग्रुप बन गए. कौन कौन सा, ये तुम्हारा ग्रुप 1 जिसमें कोई 1 पर्सन है, ये वाला तुम्हारा ग्रुप 2 जिसमें कोई 1 पर्सन है, ये वाला आपका ग्रुप 3 जिसमें कोई 2 पर्सन है, ये वाला आपका ग्रुप 4 जिसमें 2 पर्सन है. और ग्रुपिंग का सबसे आसान तरीका है ये, ठीक है. हेलो देवप्रिय चौधरी, हेलो हेलो हेलो. ऑलराइट, ओके. सो लेट्स क्विकली सी हाउ वी कैन डू दैट. सो 4 ग्रुप बन चुके हैं हमारे, ठीक है. हम लोग 4 ग्रुप बना चुके हैं अपने. अब इन 4 ग्रुप को 4 रूम्स में सेट करना है. सो 4 पीपल आर टू बी, और अदर 4 ऑब्जेक्ट्स, अज्यूम दोस ग्रुप्स टू बी ऑब्जेक्ट्स. 4 ऑब्जेक्ट्स टू बी अरेंज इन 4 वेज, 4p4 और फैक्टोरियल 4. खत्म हो गया क्वेश्चन, कुछ नहीं बचा इसमें, कुछ है नहीं. जब इसमें क्या सॉल्व करूंगा, दैट्स इट, फिनिश. लोग आंसर भी लिख रहे हैं 1080 1080. अरेंज नाउ फैक्टोरियल 4. यस प्रथम, दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाट वी आर गोना डू एंड द आंसर विल बिकम 1080. वेरी वेरी सिंपल कैलकुलेशन. ये सब कैलकुलेशन तो कर ही लोगे ना, इस सब में तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना. फैक्टोरियल 6, फैक्टोरियल 2 टू द पावर 4, तो इट्स लाइक 720 यहाँ से आपको मिल रहा है ना. तो ये एक्चुअली यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस एज लाइक 720 डिवाइड बाय 2 टू द पावर 4 which is like 16 and into 24 here, right? So this is like 3 and 2, this is like 360. 360 into 3 is going to give you what? So 360 into 3 is going to give you 1080. एकदम हाई डेफिनेशन आंसर है भाई इसका, ठीक है. परफेक्ट, सॉर्टेड आउट. सो द आंसर फॉर दिस वन इज एक्चुअली एच डिविजन. इतनी क्लैरिटी है लाइफ में. चलो शुरू करते हैं. सर पढ़ते हुए बहुत स्ट्रेस आता है, ठीक है. अब सेशन में खत्म कर चुका हूँ. क्वेश्चन मैंने सारे के सारे प्रीवियस जेई के लिए थे. अगली बार मैं आधे प्रीवियस जेई के लूंगा और आधे फ्रेश क्वेश्चन ले लूंगा और थोड़े से मतलब ब्रेन टीजर्स भी ले लेता हूँ. बहुत ही खतरनाक. तो पढ़ते हुए बहुत स्ट्रेस आता है. संतोष, मैं एक बहुत क्विक सा, मैं अभी बस मुझे 5 मिनट में और बात करूंगा, हार्डली जस्ट फॉर 5 मिनट्स, ठीक है. ये आप जानते हैं कि आपको एड वगैरह सब ऐप वगैरह डाउनलोड करना, बेल आइकन जरूर दबा दीजिएगा, ठीक है. सब्सक्रिप्शन तो है ही आपके पास, बेल आइकन जरूर दबाइएगा सो दैट वी कैन क्विकली. यस यस, डन विद द सेशन, ठीक है. पढ़ते समय स्ट्रेस बहुत आता है. स्ट्रेस बेटा सिर्फ और सिर्फ तब कम होगा तुम्हारा जब तुम बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ाई करोगे उस दिन. इफ यू आर स्टडिंग वेल फॉर अ सर्टेन डे, यू विल नेवर एवर फील स्ट्रेस्ड, यू विल फील कॉन्फिडेंट. The moment you'll be not doing justice to yourself, the kind of target that you set for yourself, your confidence will go low, for sure. Definitely it will go low. So for those instance, I will strictly suggest you do a lot of studies. Do a lot of studies. ठीक है. Let's quickly see that how we can quickly do that. कुछ क्वेश्चन समझ ही नहीं आते हैं. कभी कभी ऐसा होगा बेटा. देयर विल बी फ्यू क्वेश्चन जो आपको सच में समझ में नहीं आएंगे क्योंकि आप उनकी अप्रोच या आपने उतना एक्सपोजर उनके एग्जांपल्स में उतना नहीं रखा होगा. पर अब इस समय उन चीजों के लिए परेशान मत हो. जो चैप्टर आपको आते हैं उनको आप बहुत स्ट्रांगली प्रिपेयर करो. अच्छा, मैं पीएनसी की पहले बात कर रहा था कि मुझे पीएनसी से रिलेटेड कुछ टिप्स देने. सो आई वांटेड टू शेयर सम टिप्स रिलेटेड टू पीएनसी. देयर आर पर्टिकुलर एग्जांपल जैसे गैप मेथड और बेगर्स मेथड, राइट. एसेंशियली रिविजन, इसके कम से कम 3-4 टफ क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके जाओ. बहुत अच्छे अच्छे क्वेश्चन, ठीक है. ओके नाउ कैसे एक आर पास हुए पता ही नहीं चला. मजा आ गया. वेरी वेरी ग्लैड जैक स्पैरो दैट यू रियली रियली एक्चुअली थिंक. सर आपको डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन भेज सकते हैं, बिल्कुल भेज सकते हैं. उसमें कहीं देख दो, उसमें क्या है, भिजवा दो, हम अगली बार को इंक्लूड कर लेंगे. ओके, तो गैप मेथड, बेगर्स मेथड, इसेंशियली टू बी डन. अब मैं सिर्फ टिप्स की बात कर रहा हूं, मैं कोई डिस्कशन नहीं करूंगा. मैं सिर्फ टिप्स की बात कर रहा हूं. पहला, गैप मेथड और बेगर्स मेथड इसेंशियली करना है. दूसरा, ग्रुपिंग. बहुत ही अच्छे एग्जाम्पल उठाओ, बहुत शानदार क्वेश्चन बनते हैं इसमें, बहुत अच्छे एग्जाम्पल्स आएंगे. किसी हालत में नहीं छोड़ना है, इसको होना ही चाहिए गैप मेथड। तीसरा मल्टीनोमियल एप्लीकेशन, है ना, मल्टीनोमियल एप्लीकेशन। कौन कौन से एप्लीकेशन थे, जैसे हम जहां पे वो 1 to 15 जून वाला क्वेश्चन था ना, जहां पे इंजीनियर विजिट कर रहा था एक फैक्ट्री को, नो कंसेक्यूटिव डेज, या गर्ल्स आर नॉट टू बी अरेंज इन अ कंसेक्यूटिव मैनर, राइट। ओके, कहां से ले, मैथ्स का डीबीपी वर्कशीट हमारे अपने कॉन्सेप्ट से ही आ जाता है बेटा। इनफैक्ट जो अगर आर यू अ बायजूस स्टूडेंट, इफ यू आर द स्टूडेंट ऑफ बायजूस क्लासेस, यू विल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम देयर इटसेल्फ, ठीक है। अदरवाइज देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट आल्सो, यू कम ओवर द ऐप, दिस बायजूस ऐप, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट इज ऑलरेडी देयर, यू कैन सॉल्व द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम देयर, ठीक है। थैंक यू सिद्धार्थ, आई एम ग्लैड दैट यू एंजॉयड। अभी इंपॉर्टेंट टिप्स उठा लो, ठीक है। गैप मेथड, बिगेस्ट मेथड करना ही है, ग्रुपिंग करना ही करना है, मल्टीनोमियल एप्लीकेशन करने ही करने हैं। इसके अलावा सिलेक्शन वाले कुछ क्वेश्चंस करने हैं जहां पे रिस्ट्रिक्शन आती है। रिस्ट्रिक्शन कौन सी, कि जैसे मैं कोई एक लेट्स से मैथमेटिक्स के लेटर्स बना रहा हूं, सो both m should not be together, both m should be together, or there should be exactly 4 letters between them, these kind of question. Then rank problems. मेंस में ज्यादा एप्लीकेशन होता था रैंक प्रॉब्लम्स का, पर एडवांस में रैंक की प्रॉब्लम को दूसरे के साथ मिला करके दे विल मेक अ ब्यूटीफुल क्वेश्चन आउट ऑफ इट। दैट्स एक्जैक्टली व्हाट्स गोना हैपन। ऑलराइट, so I'm going to solve these questions again after the session. I will be very happy, believe me, you'll have a pretty good confidence. Circular permutation, yes, that's exactly what I was going to write for the next case. Circular permutation के question बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बनते हैं, क्योंकि आप सर्कल में चीज़ों को एडजस्ट करते हो ना, है ना, मतलब बहुत कुछ क्वेश्चन बहुत ही स्मार्ट क्वेश्चन बनते हैं, राइट। जैसे इफ यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट दैट क्वेश्चन, जिसमें क्या होता है कि आपके पास मान लीजिए वो बोलता है कि आई हैव लेट्स से 20 पॉइंट्स, नो 3 आर कोलिनियर, राइट, नो 3 कोलिनियर, and they want to make the so they say that if we are creating quadrilaterals, count the number of diagonals into that, count the number of diagonals into that। तो आप कैसे काउंट करोगे भाई, आप क्या करोगे, देखो ये इसमें आपसे वो गिनने के लिए बोल रहा है ना, तो आप क्या करो, आप बीच में से कोई भी 4 पॉइंट उठा लो, आप एक रेक्टेंगल बना दोगे, और एवरी रेक्टेंगल विल गिव यू व्हाट, 2 डायगोनल्स, बस मल्टीप्लाई करो, खत्म करो, भागो। एकदम स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड अप्रोच है, थोड़ी स्मार्ट अप्रोच ज्योमेट्री की जो है ना। तो यहां जो 7 चीज मैं लिखूंगा वो बोलूंगा कि ज्योमेट्री के वेरी स्मार्ट एप्लीकेशंस, वेरी वेरी स्मार्ट एप्लीकेशंस, क्योंकि उनके करने के शॉर्ट ट्रिक्स बड़े बहुत स्मूथ कर देते हैं, क्वेश्चन को बहुत सिंपल कर देते हैं। दैट्स व्हाई दिस हैज टू बी डूइंग, ओके। बाइनोमियल के क्वेश्चन नहीं बनते हैं तन्मय जी, मैं भी उस पे आता हूं, पहले मुझे ये खत्म करने दो। तो ये आई होप काफी समझ में आ रहा होगा और दिख रहा होगा, ठीक है। एट दिस टाइम पीवाईक्यू इज इनफ। गौरव मिश्रा, मैं ये बोलूंगा कि पीवाईक्यू तुमको सोचना सिखाएगा बेटा, लेकिन कुछ और फ्रेश क्वेश्चन भी करना, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन रिपीट तो नहीं होते हैं जेईई में, आपको ये तो पता ही है, पर सेम कॉन्सेप्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आएंगे। तो इस टाइम पे पीवाईक्यू करना अच्छा है, लेकिन अगर आप 10 क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस करें पीएनसी पे, तो मेरा ये कहना होगा कि आप 6 क्वेश्चन पीवाईक्यू कर लीजिए, पर 4 क्वेश्चन फ्रेश करिए, और चारों क्वेश्चन जो फ्रेश करोगे एकदम धांसू टाइप के क्वेश्चन होने चाहिए, एकदम धाकड़, ठीक है। सो व्हेन इज द नेक्स्ट सेशन, आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर, यू विल बी, आप पूरे बायजूस चैनल वाले पे आइए, वहां तो बहुत सारे टीचर्स पढ़ा रहे हैं इस समय आपको। केमिस्ट्री में बहुत सारे लोग हैं, फिजिक्स में बहुत सारे लोग हैं, मैथ्स में बहुत सारे लोग हैं, जम के पढ़ो, कोई भी पढ़ाए जम के पढ़ो, ठीक है। तो अगर भूमिका मैम आ रही है, अंशुल सर आ रहे हैं, मैथ्स में जो पढ़ा रहा है दिल लगा के पढ़ो बेटा, तुम्हें सीखना है, तुम्हें सिर्फ सीखना है। हम में से किसकी वजह से तुम आईटी पहुंच रहे हो इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, इससे फर्क पड़ता है कि तुम आईटी पहुंच जाओ। तुम पहुंच जाओ तब हमें जरूर पकड़ लेना रास्ते में, जहां भी मिल जाओ, ठीक है। ऑलराइट, सो फ्लाइंग बीस्ट क्या था तुम्हारे कमेंट सर, कौन सा क्या है तुम्हारा कमेंट, बोलो। अच्छा, फ्लाइंग बीस्ट, बायजूस इज द बेस्ट। थैंक यू फ्लाइंग बीस्ट, नाम तो लिख देना लायक। ऑलराइट, ठीक है। सो विद दिस आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट। और मैं फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, एडवांस इज ऑल अबाउट द क्वालिटी, नॉट अबाउट द क्वांटिटी। आप 10 क्वेश्चन उठाइए, लेकिन सबसे शानदार उठाइए, बहुत अच्छे लेवल के क्वेश्चन उठाओ और बहुत डेप्थ तक सॉल्व करो उनको, प्रैक्टिस एज मच एज यू कैन। मैंने जानबूझ के सारे एडवांस क्वेश्चन उठाए, और एवरी एडवांस क्वेश्चन टेल्स यू दैट दी क्वेश्चंस आर वेरी वेरी सिंपल समटाइम्स आल्सो, ठीक है। थैंक यू मिस्टर गौरव तनेजा जी, थैंक यू सी so much. All right, yes, the team is really doing a good job, and I just hope that all of you come out with the flying colors in the examination hall, and each and every one of you get the maximum value out of it. With this, I'll be signing off. Take a very good care of your health. बहुत healthy रहना। रक्षाबंधन मना लो, बहनों को भैया बहुत सारे त्योहार वाले लो, बहनें बहुत सारी कमाई कर लो। So girls, please enjoy the money that much as you can. All right, and always help the needy ones every time you are capable of. All right, take a very good care of your health. Goodbye, folks. Enjoy. Bye.